Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a place where ancient evils don't just look, they kind of thrive.
Right.
Where the mists themselves, they hide these unimaginable horrors. And, even your closest allies, maybe they have their own chilling agendas or secrets.
Definitely. That's the kind of world we're stepping into today. It's a realm where dread isn't just like a mood.
No.
It's constant, woven right into the fabric of the place.
Yeah, a companion almost.
Exactly. So we're diving deep into Session 18 of a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. This one's run masterfully by Dungeon Master Sean S., and we're really focusing on the players here. Sean D. is Urihorn Tenpenny.
Okay.
Chris playing Radley. And Trip is Daermon Cobain.
Gotcha.
And look, this isn't just any game session, right? It's a really high-stakes narrative. It's just brimming with these desperate choices, brutal realities.
Yeah.
And that persistent, almost soul-crushing weight you get in a truly cursed land like Barovia.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive, then, is to pull out the most important bits of knowledge, the key insights from this really gripping story.
Right.
We'll explore this daring rescue attempt they mount in Barovia. We'll dissect the fragile alliances they forge under pressure.
Forged in fire, practically.
Exactly. And confront the brutal reality of a world where justice is. Well, it's swift, it's public, and often it's fatal.
Absolutely final.
So get ready for some surprising facts, maybe some keen analysis, and a story that, honestly, it keeps you hooked. It should offer some deep insights into, storytelling and player choices in a horror setting. So we kick things off in the desolate, mist-shrouded land of Barovia.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, and this isn't just, any old fantasy realm you stumble into.
Yeah, not at all.
It's the quintessential horror setting. Dread isn't just lurking in the shadows.
It's everywhere.
It's in the wind. It's in the quiet moments. It feels meticulously designed to make you, the listener, feel just perpetually uneasy.
Constantly on edge. And what's really fascinating here, and honestly it's critical to understanding Barovia, is this concept of it being a domain of dread.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
Well, these aren't just places on a map. They're like pockets of reality, twisted realities, ruled entirely by these powerful, malevolent beings.
Dark Lords.
Dark Lords.
Right.
And once you're trapped inside their borders, escape is...
Oh, that's almost impossible.
So the detail that Daermon Cobain, one of our main guys here, he found himself here accidentally. He's described as an unwitting prisoner of the mists.
Unwitting prisoner, that sets a tone.
Immediately. It establishes this pervasive sense of doom hanging over everything, and it highlights one of Barovia's core functions, narratively speaking.
It is.
It's a prison. Its walls are invisible, but they're inescapable. For a dungeon master, that concept, it's brilliant for keeping the stakes incredibly high. Every character knows the exit isn't just through some gate.
Yeah, you can't just walk out.
And right at the heart of all this darkness, driving the main conflict for the session we're looking at, are Daermon's friends, Traxidor and Radley. They're not just lost.
No, it's worse.
They are held captive by the burgomistress of Vallaki, Lady Wachter.
Ah, Lady Wachter.
Yeah.
A significant figure.
Seems like it. She clearly wields this absolute kind of unquestioned power in her part of Barovia.
Cold and unyielding, like the mists themselves.
That's a good way to put it. #tag introducing our protagonists and their pasts. So let's talk about these individuals thrown into this nightmare. Starting with Daermon Cobain. He's an elf, an arcane trickster.
Right?
And this is not his first taste of Barovia, not by a long shot. He's already seen horrors, more than most could probably handle.
Right, he's got some history there.
His recent past alone sounds like a harrowing adventure novel. He talks about battling monstrous druids on Yesterhill,
Master your business.
destroying this enormous blight called Winter Splinter,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
encountering a truly deranged celestial being pretending to be an abbot,
That sounds unsettling.
and even retrieving a wedding dress for this abbot at his, bizarre request.
Okay, a wedding dress in Barovia.
Right. So this guy has absolutely been through the ringer. It's kind of amazing he's still functional.
And that recap, it's not just a laundry list of D&D encounters,
No, it tells you something.
It really highlights Daermon's incredible resilience, his resourcefulness, especially under Barovia's constant escalating threats.
He's not new to danger, then.
Not at all. But his experiences, they vividly underscore the sheer variety, the brutality of challenges you face in this land. He's already pushed the boundaries of survival, probably sanity too,
Yeah, probably.
which makes his current predicament, his friends captured, facing execution, even more compelling. It adds real weight to his motivation.
So he's not just some newbie in over his head.
Exactly. He's a seasoned survivor, even if accidentally seasoned. And now he's facing this intensely personal crisis. That kind of backstory, even if it's recent, gives a character depth. It justifies their desperation.
Which you need in a horror game.
Crucial for emotional investment, definitely.
Then we've got Urihorn Tenpenny, Halfling Beastmaster.
Okay, different archetype.
Totally different. In stark contrast to Daermon, Urihorn is a mistwalker. He purposefully came to Barovia.
Okay, that's a big difference. Walked right into it.
Yeah. His motivation.
Cool.
Clear. Singular. Like a laser focus. Revenge.
Revenge. Against who?
Against Strahd himself, the Dark Lord of the whole domain.
Wow, okay. Aiming high.
Right. He walked into the nightmare instead of being dragged and kicking and screaming.
So if we connect that to the bigger picture, the contrast between Daermon, the accidental victim, and Urihorn, the driven hunter, seeking this deeply personal vengeance. It's striking, really striking.
It creates an interesting dynamic right away.
It does. This immediate shared goal, rescuing Daermon's friends, it forms a powerful alliance. But maybe a temporary one.
Could be.
And it raises an important question for us and for any player in that spot. What does it really mean to rely on someone whose ultimate goal is this personal vendetta against the big bad of the land?
Does it make him more reliable or more dangerous?
Exactly. Is he more reliable because his motivation is so clear? Or is he actually more dangerous to associate with because his ultimate goal might just overshadow the party's immediate needs?
That's fertile ground for some interesting party conflict.
Or moral dilemmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating potential there.
So, facing this dire situation, clock's ticking, Urihorn's first move is to go see his one resource in Barovia.
Okay, who's that?
The legendary monster hunter, Rudolf van Richten. He finds him at the Blue Water Inn.
Ah, Van Richten. A classic. But often hard to pin down.
Totally. And he even notes Van Richten's current disguise. He's magically disguised as a circus entertainer.
A circus entertainer. Seriously. Okay, that adds a layer of weirdness.
Intrigue, maybe. It's that classic D&D thing, the wise old sage. But Barovia tends to twist expectations, doesn't it?
It really does. And what's insightful here is Van Richten's nature. He's highly guarded. The description says he opens the door slightly.
Just slip.
Yeah, the small detail, but it speaks volumes, right? About his caution, his life of secrecy, maybe even paranoia as a monster hunter.
He's seen things.
Definitely. He's legendary, known for his skill, his knowledge. But even a master like him has limitations. Clear ones.
Like what?
His focus is entirely on his deeply personal mission. Revenge against his nemesis, Strahd.
Right. The same target as Urihorn, ultimately.
Yes, but it makes him surprisingly indifferent to what he just dismisses as local politics or the inner workings of Vallaki's civics.
So he doesn't care about the prisoners.
Not really his department, apparently.
Yeah.
In this interaction, it's a powerful lesson for dungeon masters, I think.
How so?
Even powerful, famous NPCs. They aren't universal problem solvers. They have their own agendas, their own limits, their own blind spots.
Right. They're not just vending machines for help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that dramatically raises the stakes for the players. It removes what might have seemed like an obvious path to a solution.
Yeah, and the disappointment for Urihorn, you can almost feel it. He clearly hoped Van Richten could help. But despite all that hope, Van Richten simply does not know where prisoners would be kept in Vallaki. Full stop.
Dead end.
Basically, yeah. A dead end for this specific, very urgent problem. That's tough to swallow when lives are on the line.
It forces them to pivot immediately.
Yeah.
To ditch their ideas about how things should work.
So while Urihorn's hitting that wall,
Yeah.
Duran, being resourceful, he questions Danica, the innkeeper at the Blue Water Inn, takes a more, grassroots approach.
Smart move. Talk to the locals.
And her news is chilling. It confirms their worst fears. There's no prison in Vallaki, not in the traditional sense.
No prison. What do they do then? She explains that serious crimes in Vallaki, they're met with one of two brutal outcomes.
Okay.
Execution. Or the convicted are banished from town.
Banished. Is that better?
She says it's often just a slower form of execution.
Oh, right. Into the mists, presumably.
Exactly. It paints this vivid picture of a totalitarian regime.
That detail, it just starkly highlights Vallaki's justice system. Brutal. Incredibly efficient.
Not about rehabilitation, clearly.
No. It's about swift public deterrence, elimination, pure authoritarian control.
Public displays of power.
And Danica predicts something else, too. She thinks Lady Wachter will want to stage a public spectacle, a mock trial before the execution.
A show trial.
Yeah, with an announcement coming in the morning. This immediately sets that ticking clock.
Right, time is running out. Fast.
It reveals the ruthless power structure in Vallaki. Control through fear, through these public displays of absolute authority.
It's calculated. Punish the individuals, terrify the populace, remind everyone who's boss.
So if we step back, what does this all mean for Daermon and Urihorn?
Well, they've got no traditional rescue options.
Yeah.
No sneaking into a dungeon cell.
Nope.
They're up against a powerful, ruthless authority figure in Lady Wachter.
Who has guards, presumably.
Oh, definitely. And they've got mere hours until a public execution designed as this theatrical display of power.
So subtle options are out. Politics, negotiations, forget it.
Gone. This confluence of factors just eliminates all that. The stage is truly set for a desperate gamble.
No time for finesse.
No room for clever tricks. Only bold, direct action remains.
Classic DM move, right? Ratchet up the pressure, force the players into a corner.
Makes their choices intense, personal, high stakes. Absolutely.
So with this dire news hanging over them, the clock ticking relentlessly, Urihorn takes matters into his own hands.
Okay, what does he do?
After Daermon goes to bed, Urihorn defies the town's strict curfew.
Risky. Very risky under Wachter's rule.
Yeah, but it's not for an immediate rescue attempt. Not yet. It's for something more personal, but, ultimately crucial.
Which is?
To retrieve his panther companion.
The Beastmaster needs his beast. Makes sense.
But the act itself, just going out after curfew, is a huge personal risk, solely for his animal. That says something about his character, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That choice, it speaks volumes about Urihorn, about his bond with his companion. In a survival game like Barovia, where every single resource is precious, prioritizing an animal companion over your own safety, or even over the immediate rescue, that reveals his core value.
Loyalty, companionship.
Exactly. And defying curfew under Wacher's new, strict rule, incredibly dangerous, especially when the text paints this picture of almost all residents staying in their homes.
The town's terrified.
Palpable fear, which makes Urihorn's stealthy movements even more impressive and risky.
For a beastmaster, the beast isn't just a pet.
Not at all. It's a partner. An extension of himself in combat, for tracking, for utility. Urihorn is clearly willing to go to great lengths for it, risking his own life.
Shows how much companionship matters in a place like Barovia.
Especially in a lonely, dangerous world like that. It's a powerful narrative beat. Character over pure tactics in that moment.
So he demonstrates these impressive ranger skills, moving through the dark, fear-ridden town.
Slipping through shadows.
Quickly slips through the decrepit dwellings, easily avoids being seen. Real stealth master stuff. He waits patiently, exercising extreme caution, perfect timing, until this single watchman passes along the palisade. Then he makes his move, climbs the wall.
Okay. Showcases his tactical thinking, his agility, and the mention of Chalal de Frise.
Oh, yeah, those sharpened stakes at the bottom.
Exactly. Those long, sharpened stakes designed to impale attackers. That adds this vivid, dangerous detail to Vallaki's defenses.
Makes the climb even more precarious.
And highlights his skill, right? It's not just climbing, it's navigating a death trap. For a DM, those environmental details. Fantastic for making even simple movement feel tense.
Turns a skill check into a real narrative moment.
Precisely.
So once he's safely up on the battlement, Urihorn lets out a piercing whistle.
Calling his companion.
Yeah. After a tense minute, a dark silhouette of a panther cautiously emerges from the tree line.
Okay, here it comes.
Then it just springs from cover, dashes to the palisade, leaps over the Cheval de Frise.
Wow, agile cat.
And easily scales over using its claws to grip the barrier. It's an incredible visual, almost cinematic.
A great reunion moment. But then comes the twist.
Right, yeah. The twist. The reunion, powerful as it is, gets immediately darkened by this gruesome discovery.
What is it?
The panther has a putrefying, severed human forearm in its jaws.
Oh, lovely. Welcome to Barovia.
Right. The source material even speculates it could be the partial remains of an unfortunate resident, maybe someone dragged off during that vampire spawn attack on the town.
Ugh. That just injects this chilling detail, a visceral reminder of Barovia's constant casual brutality.
And the panther's nature, too.
And the raw, primal nature of Urihorn's companion, yeah. Even in a moment of relief, Barovia slaps you with its horror. The dread never really lifts.
It's brilliant environmental storytelling and character reinforcement. The beast is wild, this world is monstrous,
Cool.
and the interaction between Urihorn and the panther is great too. Urihorn has to coax it from the great cat.
Doesn't want to give up its pride.
No. The cat growls menacingly as he extracts the arm from its mouth. Then he just tosses the grisly thing over the wall.
Gets rid of the evidence.
And the cat resentfully regards the halfling ranger.
Aha. Resentfully. That's perfect.
This short exchange, it shows the bond, but also the animal's untamed nature. It's not just a loyal puppy.
It's a perfect encapsulation of their relationship. Deep trust, loyalty, sure, but also respect for the animal's wildness, even its disturbing acquisitions.
That relationship itself becomes a narrative tool for the DM.
Capable of generating heartwarming moments and deeply unsettling ones. Like this.
So with his companion now begrudgingly with him, Urihorn clutches the panther by the loose skin at the nape of its neck and leaps onto its back.
Right in the panther. Nice.
The cat quietly pads through the town's alleys as Urihorn guides it back toward the Blue Water Inn, trying to stay hidden.
Stealth mode engaged again.
But the urgency ramps up again. They hear a guard patrol coming down the street just as they're near the inn.
Close call.
Forces Urihorn to quickly shove the panther into hiding beneath an earthen crawl space.
Gotta hide the evidence. And the giant cat.
Then he slips back inside himself, narrowly avoiding detection. This whole sequence just portrays that tension, that constant threat of living under an oppressive regime.
Every shadow's a threat. Every sound could be discovery.
It's a masterclass in building suspense through detail.
A truly tense, but ultimately successful solo mission. He got his companion back.
Gathered a crucial asset for the next day's desperate plan.
Definitely gonna need every advantage.
Yeah.
And Urihorn just proved he'll take extreme risks for what he thinks is necessary.
Reinforces that self-reliant, driven nature.
Which is admirable, but may be dangerous in a party dynamic sometimes. We'll see.
Day 14 dawns, casts this grim, heavy light over Vallaki, a real stark contrast to the stealthy shadows of the night before.
The mood shifts with the light.
Urihorn and Daermon, they don't waste any time. Immediately leave the inn on this mission of recognizance.
Scouting. Gotta see the layout.
Meticulously scouting alleys, roads, everything leading towards the village square. They know what's coming. They need to see the playing field, assess the threat, look for any potential advantages.
Smart. Preparation is key, especially when you're outnumbered.
And the shift from night's secrecy to the starkness of day brings this different kind of tension, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The Barovian overcast lightens, the text says, sets this somber, almost foreboding tone for the day's events.
They've gathered intel, now they need to prepare, physically, mentally, for the grim reality waiting for them.
That transition highlights the relentless nature of the threat. There's no real respite, just a change in the form of the pressure.
The DM's using time effectively here, accelerating the timeline, forcing immediate action.
Definitely. No time to overthink.
And Danica's prediction from the night before, chillingly accurate, solidifies Lady Wachter's authority.
What happened?
Criers can be heard from corner to corner, their voices echoing through the somber morning air, announcing the trial.
Good show trial.
With the outsiders, to be held at high noon. It wasn't just a rumor, it was a promise she made good on.
That public proclamation ensures the whole town knows.
Yeah.
Makes it inescapable.
Yeah. And the charges against Traxidor and Radley are specific, severe.
Let's hear them.
Attacking the Reeves, challenging the burgomistress's authority, and killing several members of her guard.
Okay, serious stuff in her eyes.
For these crimes, they'll be tried for mayhem, murder, and disturbing the peace of Vallaki.
Wow. Quite the list.
This public denouncement, it's a powerful tool, right? Legitimizes the execution in the public eye, cements Wachter's authority.
Calculated move. Punish and instill fear. Create a public deterrent against any dissent.
This isn't just justice, it's a performance of power.
Absolutely.
So when Urihorn and Daermon arrive at the square, they're confronted with this stark, undeniable symbol.
The gallows.
Workers are just finishing the construction of a gallows, right there in the town square.
Oh, man. That's grim.
It's a physical manifestation of the deadline, a grim counter to any hope they might have had left.
That detail just creates this overwhelming sense of dread. Seeing it being built.
Confirms Danica's prophecy, but also shows the efficiency, the ruthlessness of Wachter's regime.
It's more than just an execution site. It's a public display. Meant to instill fear, obedience.
Transforms the town square into a theater of state-sanctioned violence.
For the players, seeing that structure must be an enormous weight. Emphasizes the finality, the slim window they have left to act.
It's effective visual shorthand for doom is coming.
Totally.
So facing this grim scene, knowing time is incredibly short, they quickly hatch a plan.
Gotta think fast.
Plan is to strike from concealment. Urihorn, using his ranger skills, his panther, he'll get up on the rooftops.
High ground advantage. Good thinking.
Leverage that position. Meanwhile, Daermon will hide amid the rubble of a burnt-out foundation.
Using cover. Maximizing surprise. Yeah. That tactical choice shows their adaptability. Resourcefulness under extreme pressure.
Classic guerrilla tactics, right?
Mitigate the guards' numbers, launch a surprise assault, and that burnt-out foundation detail. Poignant.
How so?
Suggests a place may be razed by previous conflicts. A grim reminder of Vallaki's volatile history, now serving as this temporary grim hiding spot.
Symbolizes the cycle of destruction and defiance.
Exactly. This plan is desperate, though.
Yeah.
Relies entirely on surprise. Perfect coordination.
As noon gets closer and closer, Urihorn goes down to get his panther.
Time to get the heavy hitter.
And here's the subtle, almost darkly funny detail. Hints at the panther's personality, maybe. The mundane next to the horror.
That is it.
He grimaces when he sees loose chicken feathers scattered along the opening of the cat's hiding place.
Uh-oh.
Then he notices the absence of the Mardukov's chickens that are usually scratching behind the inn.
Uh-huh. Oh, the panther got snacky.
Apparently. What stands out here is this brilliant, subtle touch of dark humor, character detail.
After having its special arm prize taken away.
Right. The panther sought its own revenge on the innkeeper's chickens.
Reinforces the animal's primal nature. Hunter's instincts win out. Adds this moment of unexpected levity, or maybe just a reminder of the wildness always present in Barovia.
Even in the tamed beasts, amidst these grim preparations for a deadly fight.
It's a small beat, but it grounds the fantastic. Adds personality. I love it.
And Urihorn's reaction, quickly mounts his cat, departs before anyone begins asking questions.
Smart. No time to explain missing poultry.
Shows his quick thinking, clear priorities, even in this weird moment, pragmatic, very in character.
Absolutely. Got to focus on the mission.
So the clock ticks closer to noon. The town square slowly starts to fill up.
Due time.
4 town guards attend a growing crowd of dreary Barovians. But the crowd, they're described as sullen and morose.
Not exactly a festive atmosphere.
No. Mostly standing still and silently staring ahead. No joyous anticipation, no mob baying for blood. It's chillingly subdued.
That depiction of the crowd is incredibly telling, isn't it?
Yeah, what does it say?
They're not excited, they're resigned, maybe even desensitized to these public displays of brutality.
Broken, maybe.
It underscores the pervasive despair, the iron grip of authority in Vallaki. Their silence is almost more chilling, speaks more volumes about the town's state than any uproar could.
Suggests a populace so crushed by fear they've lost the will to react.
Serves as this powerful backdrop for the adventurers' desperate actions. Maximizes their sense of isolation.
Okay, so as planned, the hidden strike force takes position. Urihorn's riding his panther companion to a position on the rooftops overlooking the town square.
Ready for the aerial assault.
Across the square, Daermon is concealed amid the rubble of a house that was razed during the massacre of the Festival of the Blazing Sun.
Oof. That reference again. The massacre of the Festival of the Blazing Sun.
Adds another layer of grim history to Vallaki.
Strongly suggests previous uprisings, brutal crackdowns, hints at the town's volatile past, its present. A place where peace is fragile, rebellion is crushed.
Daermon hiding in the ruins of that event. Grimly poetic.
A constant, silent reminder of the consequences of defiance, even as he prepares his own act of defiance. Reinforces that cycle of oppression and rebellion.
And then the prisoners arrive.
Oh boy, here we go.
Traxidor and Radley are driven into the town square in a cart, both bound by manacles that restrain their hands and legs, utterly helpless.
No chance to resist or defend themselves.
And the conditions are cruel.
Yeah.
Traxidor seems sedated.
Drugged. Robbed of his agency. Awful.
While Radley, his head is clapped in an eyeless iron mask.
An eyeless mask. Brutal. Blinding him. Humiliating him. Vulnerable.
They're prodded by guards up the gallows as the townsfolk just watch, emotionlessly.
It's a calculated display of power. Dehumanization. Stripping them of dignity. Serving as a chilling warning. Designed to make the players furious.
Then Lady Wachter and the Reeve ride in, on horseback, flanked by 2 wardens.
The big entrance.
Lady Wachter dismounts, walks to the head of the gallows platform, addresses the crowd, making a big show, setting the narrative.
Her speech must be something.
It's a masterclass in political rhetoric, fear-mongering, designed to solidify her power, justify the execution.
What did she say?
She proclaims, People of Vallaki, twice the peace I have striven these past days to create has been violated. Violated by these very brigands.
Claiming them for everything.
These lawless men have not just defied my authority, but even the craven Vargas Vlahovic had these very men banished. And yet they return to murder and sow chaos, but no more. For today their crimes shall be exposed, and Vallaki will have justice.
Painting herself as the savior of peace, justifying the harshness, leveraging past fears, present control, classic villain speech.
For a DM, prime example of using NPC dialogue. Build character, reinforce themes, escalate tension right before the fight.
Absolutely.
So the Reeve steps forward, poised to brandish the charges.
The formal part.
But before he can say a word, he's pierced by Daermon and Urihorn's arrows.
Bam! Ambush launched.
Where desperate gambit begins.
This is it. The moment they chose. Urihorn's arrows are especially nasty, exploding in a cloud of thorns.
Thorns! Ouch.
Peppers the burgomistress and a nearby guard, immediately creates chaos, hinders the main target.
And the Reeves.
Instant death. His corpse topples onto Gallows before he realizes he had been slain. Swift. Brutal.
And a wave of cold glee of revenge washes over Daermon.
Understandable. But Wachter reacts instantly, really.
Immediately, casts Sanctuary, protects herself from direct attack.
Smart move. Defensive magic.
Her Wardens, the elite magical guards, identify the assassins, instantly cast spiritual weapon, start shooting necromantic bolts.
Okay, the counterattack begins. Battle is joined. Immediate, deadly chaos erupts.
The narrative planning gives way to pure tactical combat, and then a true moment of surprise. A revelation that doesn't just turn the tide, it completely redefines things.
What happens? This sounds big.
Moments later, Erwin and Danica flutter to the gallows in the form of ravens, then morph into humanoid were-ravens.
Whoa! The Mardikovs.
The innkeepers.
The very same. They immediately engage the guards, trying to free the prisoners.
Were-ravens. Okay, that is fascinating. The seemingly ordinary, helpful innkeepers reveal their true nature. Members of the Keeples of the Feather. A powerful, totally unexpected alliance. For the players, for us listening, nobody saw that coming right then.
They risk everything by openly intervening. Transforms the situation from a two-man ambush into this broader, more chaotic melee. With powerful, hidden allies.
Makes you wonder, how long were they waiting for a chance like this to act against Wachter?
Exactly. What does this reveal about their true motives, their long-term commitment to fighting the darkness in Barovia?
It instantly complicates the power dynamics in Vallaki, offers the players these powerful, maybe risky, new allies.
Classic D&D twist. Even in the darkest places, secret forces work against evil. Amazing moment.
So with chaos unleashed, the fight becomes this brutal struggle. Even blinded by that iron mask, Radley reacts instantly.
What can he even do?
Headbutts the guards accompanying him, breaks a guard's nose, his mask rings like a cooking pan being struck.
Oh, okay. Sheer ferocity.
The crowd finally breaks their silence, scatters in terror, witnessing the raw violence.
Highlights Radley's martial prowess.
Whoa.
Even restrained and blinded, he's formidable, swinging his head like a club, testament to his raw power, his fighting spirit.
Severely hindered, but still dangerous. Shows his will to fight is just unyielding.
For a player, that kind of immediate visceral reaction, despite the penalties, incredibly satisfying to roleplay. Showcases the character's core.
Meanwhile, the War-Ravens, the Mardikovs, they're hard-pressed by guards.
Bolstered by Watcher's presence, probably.
Yeah, they're getting stabbed repeatedly by spear, but valiantly continue to press their attack, showing immense courage, surprising resilience.
Emphasizes their unwavering commitment to the rescue. Despite the odds, the danger, they're taking significant damage. Shows how dangerous Watcher's forces are head-on.
Especially with her boosting them.
Their resilience is remarkable. Reveals them as powerful, self-sacrificing allies, willing to pay a heavy price. This isn't casual. It's a desperate, costly gamble for them, too.
And Urihorn and Daermon, they try to seize this chance, right? Target Lady Wachter herself, try to end it quickly.
Makes sense. Cut off the head.
But they're thwarted. Her sanctuary spell, it ensorcels their minds. They literally cannot make themselves attack her.
Forced to engage other targets.
Yeah.
It's going to be frustrating.
How incredibly frustrating is that for a player? Unable to strike the primary target, the source of the conflict because of magic?
Sanctuary is a powerful defense, protects the caster, forces the attackers to deal with her bodyguards first, prevents that quick, decisive resolution.
Brilliant DM choice. Extends the challenge. Shows how formidable the opposition really is.
Definitely. So, Urihorn, up on the rooftops on his panther.
He outpaces the Warden's spiritual weapon manifestations, keeps firing arrows into the chaos below, trying to control the battlefield.
But the Wardens are relentless, right?
Totally. Besieging Urihorn with necrotic bolt spells, and Daermon, in his rubble hiding spot, gets forced back as another casts inflict wounds on him.
Ouch. Heavy damage. The fight is far from one-sided.
Shows the brutal ebb and flow, the constant pressure. The Wardens are powerful magic users, applying pressure, debilitating spells from multiple angles.
And Wachter's not just standing there.
No. She directly intervenes, heals a wounded Warden, reinvigorating him to resume the fight.
Active role. Powerful support. Extends the fight. Stops her forces from being overwhelmed easily. It's a well-coordinated magical defense they're up against.
Pushing them to their absolute limits.
So, despite the initial surprise advantage, and the ravens jumping in,
a huge help.
The adventurers are still fundamentally hindered. Traxidor is drugged, useless. Radley is restrained, blind, and the sheer relentlessness of their onslaught wears down the party.
Fighting uphill against overwhelming odds.
Illustrates the critical impact of being disadvantaged. Fighting superior numbers, magical support, even with their own skills, the new allies.
The combined effects take their toll.
Restraints, sedatives, guards, magic. It's too much.
It's a stark reminder. Heroes aren't invincible. Preparation, circumstance. They heavily influence the outcome. This is Barovia's brutal reality. Even a good plan can crumble under pressure, complications. And the consequences become dire. Radley and Daermon are felled in rapid succession.
Oh no, both go down.
Yeah. And it begins to appear the execution will occur as scheduled.
A truly dire moment. Signals a devastating defeat for the rescue attempt. All that sacrifice, all that risk, for nothing. Hashtag a desperate retreat and a painful cost.
Just as all seems completely lost, a desperate, heroic act shifts things again. The were-ravens.
What do?
They take decisive action and hoist both the fallen adventurers to their shoulders.
Grabbing the unconscious ones while still fighting.
Yeah. Despite being stabbed and pierced repeatedly while doing it, they retreat to the wagon carrying the unconscious adventurers. They refuse to let their new allies fall.
Wow. That's incredibly heroic, self-sacrificing.
They're severely wounded, but they prioritize the unconscious adventurers, risking their own lives to save them. Erwin, still in were-raven form, urges the horse, pulls the wagon through the square.
Creating a chaotic, desperate escape, spears and shouts following them.
Urihorn sees them fleeing, rides his panther down the backside of the buildings to follow the wagon, provides cover, ensures their escape.
They quickly outpace the pursuing guards, who throw their spears at the fleeing adventurers. A narrow escape from immediate danger.
A frantic, desperate dash for survival, a harrowing flight. But it comes at a terrible price, a heart-wrenching one.
What is it? What's the cost?
Here's the profound, gut-wrenching consequence. The twist that underscores Barovia's brutality. Despite all the effort, the new alliances, the immense risks, the stupefied Traxidor is left behind alone to face the burgomistress's wrath and justice.
Oh man, they had to leave him.
They couldn't get to him. He was still on the gallows, sedated. They had to save the ones they could reach.
That raises such a deeply emotional question. What happens when even your best efforts fall short?
Right. Despite the bravery, the alliances, the risks, they fail to save one of their own. This is the emotional gut punch of the session.
A devastating loss amidst a partial victory. What are the implications? For morale, the mission, and Traxidor's fate. Unknown. Terrifying.
It's a stark reminder. In Barovia, even a partial win can come with a devastating, heartbreaking cost.
Forces the players, and us, to confront that reality. Not every outcome can be controlled. Sacrifice is often unavoidable.
Wow. So the cart carrying the unconscious Radley and Daermon, it successfully escapes from the square.
It gets away from the chaos.
Driven through the streets for several minutes, a frantic dash eventually leading them away from immediate pursuit.
The chase is over, for now.
Yeah, the immediate danger seems to have passed. But the psychological aftermath, that's just beginning.
Right. The priority after that kind of escape?
Yeah.
Find refuge. Anywhere, however temporary.
They find this fleeting haven in a rough cellar of an abandoned residence.
Somewhere to hide from the pursuit they know is coming. Wachter won't let this go.
No way. It's not a permanent solution, but it's a moment. To breathe, assess the damage, mourn their loss.
That temporary sanctuary just underscores the constant vigilance needed in Barovia. Safety's never guaranteed. Only bought with constant effort.
Erwin, the male, were-raven. He immediately drives the wagon off after dropping them. disappears into the mists again.
leaving Danica to tend to the fallen.
Right. And Urihorn observes, maybe with some surprise, that Danica is barely injured despite having suffered several deep wounds during that brutal fight.
That's remarkable resilience. How?
Her explanation is pretty offhand. She just says, her kind heal quickly.
A vital piece of info about war ravens. Explains their incredible toughness during the fight, able to take blows that would drop others.
Positions them as truly extraordinary allies. Capable of recovering quickly makes them even more valuable and dangerous.
And confirms the depth of their commitment, the secrets they hold.
Her instructions to Urihorn are clear, urgent. He's to stay hidden and not draw attention to themselves.
Because Wachter will have search parties out.
Exactly. Once the coast is clear, then they should make their way back to the inn. It's a pragmatic plan, born of necessity, fear.
Makes it crystal clear. They are far from safe. This is just a temporary respite, a moment to catch their breath, lick their wounds.
The burgomistress's wrath will be swift, relentless, making their regrouping, their next moves absolutely crucial for survival.
The hunt is on, and the players are now the hunted. Puts tremendous pressure on Urihorn, now responsible for the others.
Danica then closes the cellar's bulkhead doors and further conceals it, stacking crates, wickerworks, other cast-off items atop the doors.
Hiding their temporary haven. Smart. Practical.
A small but significant act, securing their desperate hiding place. With her work done, she transforms back into a raven form and flies off.
Leaving Urihorn alone with the unconscious adventurers. Wow.
This session ends on this profound cliffhanger, fraught with tension, devastating consequences.
2 adventurers unconscious. 1 left behind to face who knows what. Terrifying fate.
Survivors in hiding. Powerful enemy actively hunting them. The Mardikovs, powerful allies now, but they've put themselves in grave danger. Their secret's out.
What will happen to Traxidor? Alone in Wachter's grasp? How will Urihorn, Radley, Daermon regroup, recover physically, emotionally?
The stakes have never been higher. Every future decision colored by this painful loss sets up an incredible emotional narrative challenge for the campaign. Hashtag tag outro.
So, given all that, what does this all mean? For understanding Barovia, the choice is made under pressure.
We've just witnessed this deep dive into a narrative packed with desperate gambles, truly unexpected revelations, and the harsh realities of a cursed land where heroism comes at a devastating price. That rescue attempt, heroic, daring, absolutely.
But the cost.
Heartbreaking. 1 friend left behind to face who knows what, 2 others severely injured, and a powerful enemy now fully aware, enraged, actively hunting them.
Indeed. This session just highlights some brutal truths about Barovia. Of the intense choices made under extreme pressure.
It's a story of unexpected heroism from allies like the Mardikovs.
Amazing reveal.
The sheer resilience, the desperate courage of the adventurers, and the enduring, pervasive threat of Strahd's domain, where even small victories are bought with blood. Sacrifice.
The future for Urihorn, Daermon, Radley, fraught with uncertainty. And Traxidor's fate hangs heavy. It's a powerful lesson in building tension, consequences, making every player decision resonate.
This whole experience, it raises this important question, right? Echoes far beyond the mists of Barovia. When you're facing those overwhelming odds, making frantic life or death decisions, when a rescue turns into this frantic fight for survival and the cost is so painfully high, what truly stands out to you as the critical takeaway? What would you sacrifice to save a friend? Or maybe to secure your own skin when the enemy is relentless and the darkness feels absolute?